Good afternoon. My name is Michael Randolph. Tonight, I want to talk about our upcoming professional workshop. It's titled Mastering Funding and Program Design for Nonprofits and Social Enterprises. It could not have come at a better time. Given the climate, climate, we have, for example, nonprofits who are in a crisis mode. With the reduction of funding from the federal government down to the local government, with the decrease in funding among foundation and corporation and other donors, nonprofits are facing a crisis ahead of them. It's predicted that a 25% of the nonprofits might close their door within the next 7 months. In addition to that, you have individuals that are going through a crisis, be it that individuals that's working 2 jobs to try to make ends meet, or the individual that has lost that job because of the reduction in terms of government as well as big businesses in terms of jobs and trying to find a way out. This workshop talks about providing a stream of income that puts you back in the playing field. So my name is Michael Randolph, and I come to the table with an expertise in terms of nonprofit development, all phases of nonprofit development. But this for the night, I want to talk about one of those skill sets, which is grant writing and proposal writing. Since I started in the business of grant writing and nonprofit, I've been successful in securing over $70 million in grants by way of preparing or contributing to funders that gave over $70 million in communities throughout the United States. My expertise also includes understanding what the funder is looking for when they give a grant, since I've also sat on award boards that awarded grants to individuals. And in that respect, I was part of awarding over $7 million in grants as an evaluator. So I come to the table both as an insider as well as an outsider with over 30 years experience working in distressed communities by applying my comprehensive planning skills. I've been in the business since 1980, where I started at as a community organizer. Today's overview is going to talk about first, what is the benefits of taking a professional grant writing course? And what's the return on your investment? And then we're going to dive into what are the different components for the workshop on how to write a successful grant proposal. We started in 2011, and we focused on organizational development as well as strategic planning. Today, we have been successful in providing training or direct services to over 2,500 nonprofits, government agencies, faith-based groups, businesses, and individuals. In addition to that, we've been successful in working and preparing the paperwork for over 350 nonprofits throughout the United States. And those states include 13 states, from California to Florida. The skill sets that we bring to the table increases your ability to increase your income and service your nonprofit. Let's talk about what are some of those benefits and the return on your money. And then let's talk about the course, the grant writing course, which is one of a kind and lasts anywhere from 3 to 6 weeks. So what are the benefits? Well, the grant course that we offer is $500. If you know anything about writing grants and professional grants, you know normally a professional grant course is at least $1,400 and above. But because we are a nonprofit and we are in the business of increasing nonprofit capacity, that means that we have to provide affordable workshops and programs. So let's talk about the benefits. Well, one of the benefits is skill development. You'll learn how to craft a compelling grant proposal, and you definitely will understand the landscape. Definitely, number 2 is to increase your funding success. With professional training, your chances of securing grants are improved. Career advancement. Grant writing is a high demand skill. Competing a course can open doors to freelance opportunities and enhance your qualification for roles in nonprofit and other sectors. A grant writer can earn anywhere from $20 up into $700 an hour, depending upon your skill set and professionalism. In addition to that, the other benefit is an opportunity to network with others. And then the 5th benefit is reusable knowledge. The skills and templates you develop can be applied to multi-grant applications, saving time and efforts in the future. But what's the return on your investment? So let's talk about the return on your investment. Financial ROI. A single success grant can far exceed the $500 investment, providing funding for your organization or your project or your pocket. Time efficiency. Learning structural approaches to grant writing, reducing the time spent on trial and errors, and allows you to focus on other priorities. 3, long-term gains. The knowledge gained can be reused for years, making it a cost-effective investment for your professional toolkit. Again, the average professional grant writing workshop is $1,400 and up. Let's talk about your ROI. So investing a $500 and writing course could yield a remarkable $900,000 return on securing a $5,000 grant for your nonprofit and make it more achievable. That means you invest $500 and on your first grant that your organization writes for $5,000, you get a 900% return on your investment. This is the gift that keeps giving on and on. Let's continue. What about the workshop itself? It is one of the most comprehensive workshops. My background includes working grants for government grants, which is by far most hardest and most complex, to foundation, corporation, and individual grants as well. Mastering grant writing and strategic funding, a comprehensive guide to program proposal and impact. Let's get right to it. First, what you learn in this class is how to draft a problem statement. That is, understanding how to present issues effectively using both quantitative and quantitative data. Yes. Next, building a case for support. That is, developing a persuasive and compelling argument for why a project deserves funding. Again, with the competitive nature of grants, you have to be able to build a case for support. The next part of the workshop is program design and approach. That is, learning how to design impactful programs with clear objective and methodologies. Very important, depending upon how successful you are in putting together that program, that determines whether or not you're going to get that grant. We use best practices, evidence-based approach to working with you and learning how to design that program design. Next is performance measures and evaluation. How do we know when success is? What we also teach in the course is how to measure success through defined methods and verbose evaluation, be it a logic model or theory of change. And then is grant donor research, being able to identify potential funders and strategies to build a long-term sustainable plan. As you can see, we're very in-depth and very deep in what we do. Social enterprise development. This is where we begin to explore ways to create a mission-driven business that generate additional funding streams. Grants cannot be your only funding streams. You must be able to use earned income approaches. That is, creating nonprofit businesses that generate dollars back to the organization. And a lot of people hate this, budget creation and management. If you can't measure it, if you can't manage it, or if you don't understand budget, your nonprofit is in the hands of someone else. So we teach planning realistic budgets and mastering the art of financial reporting to satisfy grantors' requirements. And grantors is the person that gives the grant. If you don't know how to do a report, when it comes to giving that report, and most times they want quarterly reports in addition to the final report, then you could lose that grant at any part during the process. Let's talk some more about the comprehensive program that we plan to offer. In addition to the above that we talked about, the other thing that you'll learn or learning objective is drafting concept papers and letters of inquiry letters. That is, writing the initial documents to engage funders and spark interest. A lot of times you can't wait for a person to come and say, we have a grant, and they call RFP, a grant for proposal. You'll learn about those type of terminology in the class. But request for proposals when a funder say, hey, look, we got X number of dollars, we want you to do B. Well, in addition to that, you can also be proactive in putting together concept papers by writing an organization out the blue and letting them know what you are, what you do, and why they should fund you, and request that they allow you to submit a full proposal. As a matter of fact, 40% of the grants that you bring into your organization can be by way of letter of inquiries or concept letters. That is, approaching a funder who doesn't have funding availability in terms of an RFP, approaching that funder and say, hey, I got a good idea, you might want to fund this, as opposed to what's normal called your request for proposal, in which a funder will put out a bid, if you will, or not a bid, will put out a proposal to fund an organization if they can deliver on the things that they want. That's a full proposal. That's normally about 20 or more pages. Your concept paper is different in that it's about 3 pages. And you can write it to anybody, any funder, and say, look, I got a good idea. Would you be interested in funding it? The concept letter or letter of inquiry is normally about 2 letters, and your full proposal could be anywhere from 20 on up. And then what's important? Storytelling for fundraising. Learning to craft a narrative that resonates emotionally with your donors. And then appealing to the funders, understanding what makes a grant bankable and what attract funders. Because I serve as an evaluator, I have that inside information as to what are those funders looking for. In addition to that, I've taken extensive training with both the public and the private sector, including banks and government agencies in terms of what they look for, as well as universities and other entities that provide that type of professional training. They give funding as well. And then finally, using artificial intelligence and ChatGPT for grant success. That is, generating outlines, edit proposals, or brainstorm impactful phrases to quickly let me back up. Brainstorm and impactful phrases, and to quickly analyze donor database and summarize funding trends and opportunities. Artificial intelligence itself will not make a grant, but combined with the rest of what you learn in class will put you at that winning position. Again, the classes are anywhere from 3 to 6 weeks, and they are all virtual online class. As you can see, they're very comprehensive, but yet we've been able to teach the class to a high school dropout. We make the course We make the course understandable by teaching it on the level of your level of understanding that you grasp what you need to do. So if you're a nonprofit and you know your funding is about to get cut off, and you want to increase your organization capacity to go after grants, because as you know, when you're going after a grant, you have to write 10 different grants just to get one. So you want to have that capacity in-house to be able to write those 10 grants just to get one grant. If you're an individual and you want to reintroduce yourself to the job market and be an entrepreneur by having your own grant business, it is something that will return your investment time after time. Again, grant writers make anywhere from 20 up to 500 up to $1,000 an hour, depending upon your level of expertise. This can be a side job as well as a benefit to your nonprofit as a whole. So the next steps, make an investment in your future that keeps giving back. You can reach us at our Tampa office or our Baltimore office, or you can contact us by way of email at Center for Nonprofit and Community at gmail.com. We have had some awesome people that have come through our class. Some are nonprofits that decide to just simply stay in house and write grants, and they are making tens of thousands of dollars that they bring into their organization. Others are individuals that decided to reinvent themselves because they lost their job or they wanted to create a supplemental income to their job. They are doing very successful. I challenge you to take a part of this. Things are not going to get better unless you have those skill sets necessary to take you to the next level. Let us take you to the next level. Thank you.